Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome Amiibo. I have no room for letters. I forgot about that. Just gotta empty these out really quick and then store some stuff. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably like, Steven, it's Saturday. What are you doing playing at 8:30 in the morning? That's not KK concert time. And you're right. I'm recording this now in case I end up sleeping through it later. Because I ended up waking up at 3, and I'm not tired enough to go back to sleep yet. I'm pretty sure I have some space in here. I can put these. And I can put all these clothes. And on top of that, I actually have some things on my mind that I kind of want to just ramble about, that are just kind of topics that exist. It's kind of nice. And basically just, well, I say topics, this is one. It's basically just from an article I ended up seeing a little after I had woke up, that some big game developers are basically blaming capitalism for the shoddy state that the games industry is in. Because surely it is not, you know, it's not been unnoticed by any of you watching that a lot of modern games are just kind of meh. Like, they're not good or special or, you know, even worth their price tags. And their prices keep going up and up and up. And the thing is, well, it's capitalism's fault because the stock market, basically. Why am I going that way? I need to go this way. Going to put letters away. And I don't buy that, honestly. Also, I know retail isn't even open yet. It's fine. Literally nothing is open yet. But, the thing that, why I don't buy that argument, I think all these are good. I'll just put them all up here. I don't want to accidentally toss one again. But, like, the reason I don't really buy it is you don't see indie games constantly climbing in price. That you'll generally still find most indie games for about $20. Or 25 to 30 bucks if you're Canadian. Like, indie games are doing just fine. Games that don't have, you know, that didn't make the decision themselves. Zipper T Bunny is visiting tomorrow. If you shovel and other tools, let's get together at the plaza for a good time. I actually forgot that was tomorrow. But, like, it's not capitalism itself that is destroying the games industry. At least the AAA games industry, and is going to cause another video game crash. Like, that is just going to happen. The writing is on the walls, with basically every game studio laying off hundreds of people. It's corporate greed that caused this. And short-sighted decisions that caused this. Because it isn't capitalism itself that made, you know, so that games companies had shares and were on the stock market and, you know, random investors could buy in and then basically tell them, hey, you need to make profit because we've invested money into you. Which is also why games have gone the way they have, of focusing so hard on making money. Because if they don't, then they lose a lot more money than just the people who won't play the game because it's so focused on microtransactions and making money. And that's all because they basically sold their souls to the investors. Like, this was not capitalism's fault. This was CEOs' faults. This was, short-sighted marketing, short-sighted decisions, not for marketing, brain, for, short-term profit that I'm sure greatly benefited the CEOs in charge whenever these companies went public. But it has greatly, greatly hurt the AAA games industry. And, there is a lot of games coming out, and that have come out in recent months, that are just disappointing. An easy scapegoat on this, well, I say scapegoat, an easy example is Starfield. Now, I kind of liked Starfield. But here's the thing. When you compare Starfield to even something like Fallout 76, it's just not as good. And that's not to say 76 is good. It's alright. It's better now that they've actually fixed it, and 76 at launch was awful. But they fixed it up, and they did a pretty good job, and Starfield might become pretty good. But, base Fallout 4 is better. The world has more character. It feels better to play. Starfield has some attractive things to it of, the massive universe, but it's empty. It has the being able to build your own starship out of prefab parts. It's a lot of things like that, where it's like, this is a neat idea, but kind of hindered by the execution of it. And, that's, $60 game. You're expected to pay $60 for this, and I'm talking US. Once again, for Canadians, that's $80. It's just one of those things where I don't see the value in modern games, and a lot of people don't. And that's what's leading to this video game crash. Games are getting too expensive, and they're just not worth their cost. At all. I'll finally get to our mail. I think it's just Crazy Red, but oh no. Also from Sky. Right, because we went to her house yesterday. There's a painting, our fine proper painting. And thank you for coming to my house the other day. It made me really happy to see you were having fun. So I really wanted to give you this. Do you like it? I don't know. A bird feeder. I mean, I don't hate it. Let's head up to the museum. Well, it's just one of those things of I don't buy CEOs trying to blame the economy, basically, for their own shortcomings that they created. It's literally that meme of the dude shoots the guy and who could have done this? Like, you know, or why would this have done this? Like, you literally just did it. You did it to yourself. Like, and I mean, there's been signs that this sort of thing has been coming for years, and the crash may not even happen for another year or two. The games industry is definitely going into damage control mode to try to prevent another video game crash. But it's almost certainly coming. There's going to be some big, beloved studios closing down. It's going to happen. The biggest companies will probably be fine, but some of the smaller ones that are still big studios, if that makes any sense, like Sega, they may ultimately end up shutting down if it gets too bad. They might be mostly set. They do have a good amount of revenue coming in just passively from various ventures. But, you know, studios of that size, keep an eye on them because they may not be here, you know. And it's kind of sad, if I'm honest. Like, studios like Blizzard may not survive. Blizzard is already struggling. Activision Blizzard. Gearbox. They just got sold. Like, which is evidence that their parent company is struggling and is just selling off assets. Which, you know, as things go on, it's making more sense why Star Trek Online's promotion this year is so friendly. Is Cryptic is probably going, are we next to get cut? Because, like, sure, Star Trek Online makes them a fair bit of money, but it also costs them a fair bit of money. So, you know, makes sense to cut it. Oh, good morning. It feels good out there and nice weather, yeah? Yeah, it does feel pretty good, especially in the skirt. So, can you come by? Yeah, I'll take a cup of coffee. I'll take my usual. And I don't want to be completely doom and gloom, because a lot of the developers from these studios, if they do close down, will probably find work. If nothing else, they'll probably, you know, make their own small studios and make indie-sized games. And that will be what revives the games industry again. Like, that's what revived it in the first place after the first crash was, you know, talented game designers going, you know what, let's give this another go. Only let's go smaller budget. Let's make good products, not just ones that'll make money. And it'll be an endless cycle, really. Like, that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to the games industry. Trying to remember which of these trees are fruit trees. It's a lot harder to remember than you would think, at least for me. I think it's this one. I think this one was a fruit tree. Just listening in those cases. Though, in less depressing video game talk, unbeknownst to anybody, because I don't think anyone knew this was even coming, Square updated Star Ocean 2. Like, the new remaster of Star Ocean 2. Adding a new difficulty, new raid bosses, new gear. Like, I can't wait to experience it. I'm playing through the new hardest difficulty now, and man, is in its description. It literally says, and like basically mistakes will be fatal. And yeah, they are. Down to mistakes in not being ready enough for things. I actually had a moment that, thinking back on it, it was stupid of me to rage quit it, but I actually rage quit. Like, I Alt F4'd out of the game, because I'm like, how is this even possible? The answer is I had to use battle items. It's amazing. Like, most RPGs, you'd be like, yeah, obviously you'd use, like, battle items and stuff. What are you talking about? You really don't in Star Ocean. It's not to say they're bad or anything. It's just you usually don't need them. Oh, bugger. Yeah, I thought of trying that, and I'm kind of dumb I didn't just do that in the first place. Because it faces you directly towards the bee. So we got bees for later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the spider cannot come out of these trees, because, like, everything says, fruit trees. I don't know where that bug went. Aha! Got a tiger beetle. Oh, we already had tiger beetle. Had it from the island, right? I didn't remember it. Oh no, my inventory is basically full. Well, I mean, we'll be back later today anyway. And yeah, I just want to also give a bit of an update to any of y'all who... And, like, again, I just want to say now, I appreciate all of you who watch and comment and basically have just supported me through all of this. I am getting there. I mean, I've had moments where I have felt genuinely a bit happy. So, I'm getting there. Like, it's not been much, and I still have no appetite, but I'm getting there. Albeit those moments of feeling happy was, like, finding out of the Star Ocean update. So, like, it's taking it being, like, something I really care about. And, seeing y'all's comments. I don't want you to think, like, your comments aren't also making me a bit happy. Because they are. Y'all are great. And I do truly appreciate all of you. But, yeah, enough sappy, more Star Ocean. I'm now in the camp of, for the recorded series I do, I might actually do it on Chaos difficulty, depending on how well my playthrough goes. Because currently it's been going okay, and it's been getting me to do things I just hadn't really ever done before. Like, the moment I rage quit at, and anyone who's played Star Ocean will know what I'm referring to. But the final, the boss of Rena Root's Mars Forest was absurdly difficult. And it is, because you can't equip Diaz. So even though you can have better equipment at that moment, you can't change his equipment because he's a guest. So basically you're reliant entirely on Rena for basically everything. And there are these funny items called paintings that have various effects. Two of them, Starry Night and the Scream, cast spells. They cast pretty nice spells. Starry Night is Shadow Flare, and the Scream is Demon's Gate. yeah, I had to make use of those. And it also increased Rena's damage output because, well, she's now casting 2 spells, every time the item is available. Except when I had to use the item to revive Diaz, which, albeit, that was decently often. I also had a moment where I almost had a feeling, I almost had to replay the Liqueur Arms tournament because Claude almost died. He literally survived at 28 HP. Which is, like, my own fault. He would have done better if I had actually changed his strategy first. Because I basically just have him on the default strategy, which, under the default strategy for fighters, they will stop using their MP when they get down to about a 4th left. So that meant once Claude reached a 4th left of his MP, he stopped using Energy Sword, which heals him. So, at Rena's route, you don't get to control Claude during the Liqueur Arms tournament, so there you got nothing. Though Claude's route, you have to play through more battles of the Liqueur Arms tournament, which drains your resources and makes the arguably best shop not actually the best shop. And I say arguably the best because I go with the rare weapon lady because her shop gives you the best overall stats. She doesn't have the best weapon or the best armor, but she has the best weapon and armor combination. Which really helps when you're playing Rena's route. Claude's route, you really want a shop that just gives you blackberries, because you're going to need MP. Because that first battle, you'll probably drain most of your MP. Now, in the remaster, you can test fate and try to do perfect counters to get your MP back, which isn't the worst idea. But I prefer to be safe about things. I meant to water between them, so I'd get all 3 at once, but I'll water them all individually, that's fine. As you can tell, I just felt like rambling. I have noticed, and I do apologize for this in the recent videos, because I've been talking less, I'm falling back into my natural voice more, so I'll be talking really low when I don't mean to. Like, I've noticed that while recording, or while editing, that I'm like, oh, I'm, like, super quiet in this video. And it's like, it's like, I don't remember being that down. It's like, oh no, I just simply wasn't talking that loud because I haven't been talking much. This is the problem with being such a quiet person. It's why I need to get back into streaming, because then I'll be talking a lot more. I say as if I talked a huge amount on my streams. I talk basically little less than I do in the average Animal Crossing video. There's definite pauses because I can't be talking all of the time. And it definitely helps if I have something to ramble about. Or just someone in the chat replying to something I'm saying, or I'm replying to them, because then I have them to bounce off of and talk to, which gives me something to talk about, but that doesn't always happen, because small streamer and all that. But yeah, it has definitely put a Star Ocean series a bit on hold. I still need to work more on Tulip, which I would work more on it, like, today, because I'm awake, but the more I'm recording this, the more tired I'm actually getting, which is also why I'm still rambling, because it's tiring me out. And that means I'll be able to nap, which will mean I'll probably definitely be up in time for the KK concert. Just watering all of our flowers because we have 4 minutes to go until retail opens. Yeah, I know I've mentioned it before, but I would highly recommend. I think I've already watered these, haven't I? I don't think so, because these ones aren't sparkling. I would definitely recommend Star Ocean to anyone who likes RPGs. It's just a really good game. Really good series. Okay, these ones I've watered. I mean, it definitely has some not great games. I myself would say anything after 2 is not the greatest. It's not really Star Ocean. I mean, they're not bad games, but they're not really Star Ocean in my mind past, you know, the first 2 games. Though I've also not played enough of the latest game to really have much of an opinion on it. Need to play it more. Like, I have it installed. I have a save going that's like an hour in. So definitely would not be all that much to continue. Though I may end up just restarting the game to refresh myself on the story. And controls, because tutorials. But yeah, if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can actually get and play the first 2 Star Ocean games just on your Switch. Because First Departure R is also on there. It's not a remaster in the same way Second Story R is. It's pretty much just an art asset change of the PSP remaster of First Departure, but that's fine. It gets you an idea and fills you in on the story, basically. That gets you an idea of how to play. It also has a lot of character choice. Like, I think with it there are 8 recruitable characters, or 7 or 8, one or the other. And you have a mandatory party of 4 and a party limit of 8. So, like, there's at least 2 to 3 playthroughs worth of optional characters to recruit and mess around with. And learn and, you know, figure out if you like or dislike the characters. Which, you know, there's definitely some characters that are a little hit or miss with some people. Like in First Departure, the character Joshua, he tends to rub some people the wrong way because he is very much a pacifist and reminds you of that all of the time. Then there's Cius, who's your stereotypical hothead, who can also end up rubbing people the wrong way because he's the stereotypical hothead. Welch, who's a hidden optional character, is also a bit hit or miss with some people because of just how she is. She's wacky, zany, on the lookout for the perfect guy, you know. She's a bit guy crazy, but they use that to actually enhance her character instead of just making her stereotypical guy crazy. She's actually picky and cares about the guy, the guy's personality more than just his looks. The looks draw her in, but the personality is what needs to be there to actually hook her. Which is a nice change, honestly. Okay, once I get all these watered, I think I'm going to head back to our house, and then I'll meet you guys back here later today, because I have been rambling for 30 minutes. I think that's a good amount of rambling to do. There's a lot of flowers here to water, though. I may not water them all. We have a lot of flowers. Probably too many. Well, there's no such thing as too many flowers. But yeah, at the very least, Star Ocean First Departure ours seems to go on sale decently often. So it works as a decent introduction point to the series if you have a Switch. And if you don't have a Switch but have a decently powerful computer, there are ways. If you double all of the letters in PSP into Google, there's a funny little thing that you can find, and then there's a mega thread of ROMs that exists that, yeah. I shouldn't be promoting this stuff, but hey, you can't buy First Departure anymore. You can buy First Departure R, but you can't buy base First Departure, which kind of sucks. But also at the same time, like, who would be buying PSP games these days? Except crazy people like me. I'm gonna meet you guys back here later today. So that Murder Drones episode, am I right? That's a great way to come back. For y'all, it would have been yesterday, and Murder Drones is an awesome series. Hello, Bella. Have you heard of Murder Drones? It's totally you. Hello, hello. What's up? It's the latest. My home is stuck in the past. I can't stand my interior design. I need to stir things up. My refrigerator could be replaced, but I'd have to swap it out with something the same size. Know if you have any brilliant ideas. I could give you another refrigerator. Like, I could give you a refrigerator. I want to just ramble on about the Murder Drones episode, but like I don't want to possibly spoil anything for anyone that hasn't seen it, because it just came out yesterday for you guys. Literally for you guys, it'll be like 23 hours ago if you're watching this at release. I'm gonna give her the retro fridge. It's the same size. I don't know if she'll like it, but I mean, retro's pretty rock, so I do want to say that a lot of the things I predicted were right, which I just find funny. Hello, Bella. I bring you refrigerator. You want to replace your fridge? You gotta do it with another fridge. Retro fridge. Check out my beautiful new retro fridge. Totally perfect. There's a room as soon as I get home. Fridge for a fridge. Do I get your old fridge? It's a pipe organ. Okay. I mean, that'll work. I know I saw Jeremiah up here. Blub. It's already dark. Where'd the day go? So what did I do for you? Wanna chat? Hey there, I'm looking to offload my robo floor. Sure. I'll buy it. Feeling like we're gonna have around 140,000 bells for turnips tomorrow. So hopefully it's a good price. I will treat it well. Probably by selling it to retail. Oh, I might actually put it in the house, see what it looks like. Let's go get our KK concert. Just come into Club LOL. No one else is here. Let's let KK decide again. Hey Steven, you back for more? So you down for my sound? You know it! Cool. Taking requests, you got an itch for an old favorite. You built to the name of a song, or just tell me how you're feeling. I'll let you pick. Like surprises? No problem. I got just a tune. Dig it. I'm ready like Freddy, so sit and be steady. Enough tuning, let's groove. KK Disco. Cool man, cool. Check out your pockets. Slipped you a boot of the song. Thanks, KK. I will say, like, I was debating whether I was actually going to watch the Murder Drones episode or not. Because that was a series that, like, Sapphire and I had been watching. And I was like, and I don't know if I can watch this. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna watch it. I am not gonna let... I'm not gonna let everything ruin the things I enjoyed. I need to just not let that stuff, you know... Well, as I said, ruin the things I enjoyed. Same with Amazing Digital Circus. Also a really good series. I say series. It's only one episode so far. We haven't talked to Sky yet, I don't think. Ooh, evening already. Where'd the day go? What can I do for you? Want to chat? Read a recent article about the importance of a balanced diet for your overall health. Some fresh fruit will help balance out all the frozen parfait I've been eating lately. Could you give me a piece of fruit? Sure. Could go mango. Well, there are apples there. I have an idea. I'm also gonna get my bug net out just in case. Ain't no sense of these things just sitting here. Like, I can always plant more. And animals definitely prefer it when you give them, like, perfect fruit, so. Hello, Sky. It's already 8. Time flies when you're having fun. Please take this. It's a perfect cherry. Oh, it looks delectable. That perfect cherry was amazing. How is it possible to grow something so delicious? Knew I could count on you. Take my kitty wall clock. Another clock. I feel terrible if you didn't take it after all you've done. I mean, thank you. I don't need clocks. Why do you all keep giving me clocks? I don't need clocks. I'm gonna come into retail here and stealthily sell the clock. I think I've also got maybe other things I can sell. I don't fully remember. That's why I was actually coming to retail. I think it's just the floor, isn't it? No, also the pipe organ. I'll sell the pipe organ. And the wall clock. So 150,000 bells for turnips. That is a good number of bells. Yeah, it's the same as, like, me with Monster Hunter, of being like, man, it took me a while to actually play it, but then I started, and I'm like, man, I can't let my, you know, my now past relationship ruin my love of a series I've loved since I literally first played it. I was terrible at Monster Hunter when I was younger, but I've gotten decent at it now. I still played the crap out of it. Like, I probably, on my 3-try save, I'd have to actually find it. I think it's on our Wii U now, but I don't know. I think I have something like 120 or so Great Jaggy hunts, because I couldn't get past the Capture an Azeroth mission. So I just hunted the Great Jaggy over and over with different things. Like, different weapons. Because, like, I liked playing the game. I just wasn't very good at it. You know what? Dab table. We're gonna put that in the corner. I have no idea what this even looks like, but... or how big it is. May not be room. There's no room. Okay, it's a pretty big table then. I need to get angled diagonally. Easier said than done. Let's try this. Let's try this again. Yeah. Perfect. Let's see what the robo floor looks like in here. You know, I don't like it here, but the basement. Metal floors in the basement. That implies there's hollowness beneath the basement. Yeah. Like, it sounds pretty hollow under there. Which, you know, pretty neat. I like that. Okay. That is going to be it for today, because I did ramble for like half an hour earlier, and then it's been like 12 minutes already. A bit less than that for you guys, because the opening bit gets cut out, but it'll soon be 12 minutes. So yeah. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then.